Welcome back. So in this lecture, we shall learn about the special case of left join. In this case, what we want is the rows or the records exclusively in the left table. So earlier in the usual left join, what we did was we wanted the rows that are exclusively in the left table as well as the matching rows. The rows that matched with the records in the right table based on the criteria that we use. But in this case, we are only concerned with the rows that are unique to the left table. So the typical scenario could be like, find the students who are professionally active post graduation, but they never participated in the extracurricular during the school. So the students who are professionally active are 458, students with IDs 458 and 137. But these folks, these people, these students with ID 137, although they are professionally active, but they also participated in the extracurriculars. But in this case, we don't want these people. So in this case, what we'll do, so we will do the usual left join, and profession is your left table, extracurricular is your right table. And after joining, for the rows that don't have corresponding record in the right table, we will get null values for that. So in this case, if you look at the last case, in the usual left join, so these people, student 458, do not have record in the right table. So that's why we are getting null values for the columns in the right table. So in this case, what we want to omit these rows. Sorry, my bad. In this case, in the current case, we want only these rows, the people who were only professionally active but never participated in extracurricular. So the condition that we are using, the condition in the where clause we are using is, we are putting where b dot student id. So this student id column came from the second table, extracurricular table. So that's why we are using a criteria that says b dot student id is null. That precisely means these three columns. So this is the new condition that came in when we want the records exclusively in the left table. I believe it makes sense. So we only want the student IDs with 4, 5 and 8. Let's see what does it look like in PG admin. So we can see that, so these students, we are getting only the rows that have null values for the columns in the right table. Okay, so I believe it makes sense. Just give it a thought. And here the final output, it contains only the null values in the corresponding corresponding rows of the columns in the right table. Okay. Okay, see you next in the new lecture.